And welcome to the Prospector's Cache. I'm doing our live stream tonight that we have on every Wednesday night, and tonight we're going to be talking about something pretty interesting to me. I've always been a big researcher, and you'll see that in a few minutes. I'm going to share some of the things I research about. Most of my research is on gold mining and gold prospecting and things like that. But I do research on underwater locations like tree swings and old swimming holes dating back to the 1800s and old baptismal holes. But I'll share a lot about that in a few minutes. One of the things I wanted to point out that we've got going here is we have our giveaway of the XP MI6 pen pointer coming up on December 14th. So be sure and watch the giveaway video. That's all you have to do. There's a keyword in that video. You enter that keyword into the comments, and you are entered into the XP MI6 pen pointer giveaway. I'm always giving away stuff on my channel. So there's always a giveaway going on. Right after this giveaway, we'll have a new giveaway starting. I haven't decided. You know, our last giveaway would give away a Mine Lab metal detector, and we'll be giving away other cool prizes in the future. So be sure and get signed up for the free giveaway. We have a few people here. We have NC Relic Hunter. Hi, Michael. John Oliver. We have Josh. I want to welcome everybody to the channel. And thank you guys for stopping in. It sure is appreciated. I'm going to apologize a little bit about this, what's going on with this this live stream, because I'm going to be doing some stuff where I show screen shares. How Wild Hair, how are you? Good to see you on here. I'm going to show a few things that are screen shares. And when I switch over to screen shares, it takes a few minutes for them to pop up. Hi, Bill. How are you? Welcome to the Prospector's Cache channel. And so when I switch over, there might be a little delay before the presentation actually starts. So what I wanted to do is just get started and not waste any time and we'll switch over here. It might take a second to switch over. I'm going to switch over to uh, a presentation I have going here, and we'll just bring it up real quick. And it talks about how to research. And this is kind of a brief 4-slide kind of presentation to get you thinking about research, the way I think about research. And is this the only way? No, it's not. There are other ways to do research, but research can be done no matter what type of treasure hunting you're doing. I found that out over the years as I've searched for many treasures, caches, shipwrecks, gold mining locations, gold prospecting locations. So it doesn't matter what you're researching. It kind of all boils down to most of the time is either something in the earth that's natural or something a man put in the earth. So it's usually involves one of those two things. So first thing you need to do when you're trying to decide how you want to research and how you want to be more successful at treasure hunting is to decide what type of treasure you want to do. Um, Freshwater beaches and underwater hunting. I do a lot of that. Like I said, I look for jewelry and coins. I look under for tree swings, swimming holes, boat ramps. Where there's a lot of traffic and boats, there's a party island out here at Lake LBJ that I go out to and look, and we do a lot of that stuff out here. The next is on beaches and saltwater. You find jewelry and coins there as well. I've done my share of beach hunting, and I've got a couple videos on there of me beach hunting. This is not my expertise. This would be Michael's expertise, NC Relic Hunter, and um, Southern Relic Adventures. They're really good at this stuff. Um, but relics, which include Revolutionary Wars, Civil War, homesteads, ghost towns, etc. You can find bullets, belt buckles, hidden catches, etc. There's a lot of different things that could go. People have hunted old outhouses where they threw bottles down into. They've hunted a lot of old um, uh, base of cellars and things of that nature. So there's a lot of stuff that you can hunt um, in those areas. The next one would be just if you're a coin hunter, you can still do research. You can research old parks to go hunting in. You can research old churches, old houses, old schools, tot lots when they were put in, how much traffic they get. There's a lot of research that goes involved in that. You're mostly going to find newer coins there, occasionally jewelry, kids' toys, churches. You'll find church-related stuff. But there's people that just do tot lots, for instance, and that's they do well at it. So any type of research you can do to find places to go like that, that's all beneficial. And then caches. I like looking for caches, shipwrecks, old houses, treasure lore. I'll go into some of that a little bit later. You can find all kinds of stuff in caches that people put in there. And on when you decide, what type of hunting you're going to do, first of all, you need to get the right equipment there. So you're going to need a metal detector. For instance, most of my hunting, I use the XP Deus 2. It does my water hunting. It does my land hunting really well. It's just all around good detector. But Southern Relic Adventures and a few other people have been trying to use this thing, the XP Extreme Hunter, and that's a good thing to have too if you're hunting something deep like a deep cache or something like that. Um, Also, you need good digging tools. Shovels, trowels, beach scoops, beach uh, equipment. You're going to need special. You need footwear. You need all kinds of stuff like that for beaches. And if you're going to go diving, whether it's hookah, scuba, you'll need mask fins, snorkels, weights, etc. And then aids, don't forget those. They're really important. Trash aprons are really important, and pinpointers are really important. But one thing that's often overlooked here is logbooks. I I'm trying out this new thing from XP, the Go Terrain app, and that's going to help a lot keep track because as you get older, especially I'm you know getting up there in years, I've forgotten more about treasure than I know right now. And I wish I'd logged things all the way from the beginning, but I didn't. But believe you me, over the past few years, I have been logging stuff and keeping track of that stuff. And I'll show you some of what logging looks like from me. What I do to keep track of it. But I think that Go Terrain app from XP will really help out in that a lot. And you're going to need trash aprons and knee pads. That needless to say. Now, do's and don'ts on research. I'm going to tell you right now, do not waste your time on a well spelled out list of X marks the spot treasure maps. There's not a single one that's going to point out exactly where to go dig up a treasure. If they knew that that treasure was there, they would have dug it up themselves. So don't waste your time with treasure maps that are, supposed to lead you exactly to where the treasure is. They don't exist. Do dig into the legal, historical, geological, and personal accounts. You need to know all of this stuff about the area that you're looking for. When I say personal accounts, I mean you need to look into ownership of property and things like that before you even hit the field. You want to make sure that all your stuff is legally there. You know all the historical background. You know your conditions, geology wise, what type of soil it's going to be, what you need to dig up with, and that kind of stuff. And do need to uh, visit with old people. They're a wealth of knowledge. I know now that I'm older, I talk to people all the time that are my age, and man, you wouldn't believe all the stuff they know that helped me find treasure. Um, if you're researching maps, I'll go into that really good tonight. I'll go into maps and how they're there uh, for you. And the local libraries, our Burnett Library, for instance, here in Burnett, Texas, they have an extensive area um, about the Burnett area. So that's a good thing to do. And last but not least, don't talk about your valuable finds. I'll give you a story on that. The most gold I ever found was in Chicken, Alaska. Um, and Michael says that's a good point. Tom, treasure hunting is different to many people. And what do you like to find? Yes, what do that person want to find? That's what you need to look for. But I was in Chicken, Alaska, and we had an 8-inch dredge. When I say we, there was me and 3 other people. We had uh, a dredge operation all summer long, and we found 848 ounces of gold, which is quite a bit of gold. And we did that over a whole summer, and we had our spot that was really good, and we wanted to lease that. It was a lease claim. We leased it. Uh, so we wanted to go back, excuse me, the next summer. But one of the guys that was with our crew went into the local pub there in Chicken, Alaska, and told a few people. And it got back to the guy we were leasing it from, and he wouldn't lease it to us the next year. So we lost out on, probably a better year because we knew how to hunt that area and we'd already zeroed in on where the gold was located on that area. It was on the North 40 Mile River near Chicken, Alaska. Uh, and the best spots are unknown to most people. They are, but you have to look at it this way. They're not unknown to all people because somebody dropped it there. That's what I always say. Yeah, they're unknown to us today, but history will tell you that what you need to know, and you have to go into it and try to recover that stuff. So, um, one of the things that I like to do, and is I just love to do my research. And what I'm going to do is kind of walk you guys through a real life example of research and how I do it, and we'll just go down that path and see what we can uncover. Just based on, since we got NC Relic Hunter in here, I'm going to actually do something special for North Carolina. I'm actually going to go over a treasure area that I researched extensively back in the day, and had great success doing it. And there's still a ton of stuff there. Um, you know, yeah, two people can keep a secret. One of them's dead. That's right, John. That's funny. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually start out with showing you an area here. We're actually, let me get rid of the comments here so we can see the screen. And I'm actually going to share you an area here that I did some research in. If you go to my website, which was the first gold mining website on the internet back in 1994, that website went up. I'm actually redoing that site now, and you'll see a picture of me standing on a dredge, and you'll see a lot of stuff on here. That being said, over here there's stuff on that I'm working on putting on a forum, working on the where to. I'm going to make it a searchable database. That's in our research thing that we're doing tonight, research theme. So that'd be good. How to, I've got a few articles on how to recover gold from black sand, stuff like that. Obviously, I'm on the YouTube, so I have all my videos on here. Give you a little background about me and my background and what I've done over my lifetime. But over here on the right-hand side, you'll see a button that says Old Site. This leads back to the old 1994 site that I created. And what I've done is I compiled all of my research into gold mines. Now, this, even though this is talking about gold mines, guys, this research tools can help you with any type of research. It doesn't matter if it's gold mines. It can help you with any type of research. So don't just, say, well, this is gold mine. It has nothing to do with metal detecting. It does. It has a lot to do with metal detecting, because if you can research to find gold, you can research to find coins, jewelry, caches, and stuff. So I'm going to click here on this old link here. It says where to find gold. And you'll notice I have every state in the nation mentioned on here and gold locations for each state. And you can click on any state and it lists that, and it lists the counties on here where, on this area here, where gold is located. So let's go back here, and since we're talking North Carolina, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on North Carolina. I'm going to scroll down to an area that I researched a lot. This is Montgomery County, North Carolina. And they've over 50,000 ounces worth of gold's been produced in Montgomery County. You can read a lot about it here. These are all notes I had in some of my folders. Now, I do have other folders that I have, that have full of notes and stuff like that. But basically I have tons of information on stuff, but one mine that really caught my eye. If you go down here, you'll see the locations: El Dorado, Ophir, Star, Troy, Uwharrie River. Comes from a report from a guy named Ronald Reeves. He sent me this number, uh, this information, and I just added it to the website. And that's kind of what I'm going to do with the new site. I'm going to have it where people can comment and add information about locations on here. But one area I researched, if you scroll down in this list, you'll see you get down to this Coggins mine right here, and you'll see I've done an extensive write up of uh, my basically what I found at the Coggins mine. Now you'll remember back in um, our PowerPoint um, on there, I was talking about you had to find out, who, you have to find out a date, and you have to find out, a precise location. Well, you can't get any more precise than looking up where a gold mine is. You can't get any more precise than when 1886, 1887. These were all mine areas that were producing for the Civil War effort. Um, so you'll find a lot of Civil War relics in this area. So, it talks about what they found. This is all stuff I summarized in my research. Now I've got folders full of research. Now, what I want to show you going forward here is I want to show you how to use a map to basically uh, get to this area. So, for instance, if we went in here and we looked at where it's located in the El Dorado area. So we know El Dorado, North Carolina. So let's just go over here and let's open up a map. And one I like to use, there's tons on here, but what I'm going to show you is a site called Gia GPS. And you'll see that coming up here, and you'll see, basically it defaults to close to by where I live. If we click on El Dorado up here, we're going to enter it in. So El Dorado, North Carolina, right here. So we're just going to click on it, and it takes us to El Dorado, North Carolina. Well, there's not much to see there. If you just look at this map. But the one thing you can do with the Gia GPS, we can look at layers. And you'll see this is just the standard topo map. So I'm going to go to a little bit better map here. We are going to go. There's so many maps on here. Hold on for 1 second. I'm actually going to go to the satellite with labels on here, and you'll see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what El Dorado looks like now. This was a bustling town at one time, and they had hundreds of buildings and all of that stuff, and it kind of went away as gold died and the Civil War died. So uh, so if you go look here, you'll see the El Dorado outpost. Now, if we looked at our statement on where it was, you'll see there's no mines on here listed. You can also add a layer in here on Gia. We'll get rid of this topo section since we're on satellites here. We're going to enter in one for mines here, and it's going to bring up the different mines in that area. And you'll see as we go a little bit west of there, you'll see mines starting to show up. Like this mine is the Steel mine, I believe. If you click on it, it tells you right here it's a C mine, a 63C mine. And you'll see, if you clicked on that, you would see that mine only produced crushed stones, and it's not a gold mining sign. Usually in Gia GPS, the gold mining ones are all in red here. So if we clicked on next to Highway 109 right here, there is El Dorado prospect. It's produced lead. It says primary commodity was lead. And we'll scroll a little bit further here. And I believe that this is the Stafford mine. It was a gold mine here, you'll see. But what you're seeing is that now we got these mines up here by doing this overlay on here. And you've got your mines on here with this overlay. You can kind of scroll around in this area and just basically you'll see when I take the overlay off, we get rid of it, it goes away, the mines disappear. So let's put them back on there, and we're looking at the different mines, and we can search for the Coggins mine, I believe it is. Now I didn't right here, Coggins mine. And let's see. I think that's right here. That's a Morris Mountain mine. Talbot Hill prospect. That's a gold mine as well. Stafford mine. Trying to get down to find my Coggins mine in here. It's been a long time since I've been out to North Carolina, guys, so need to go out there again. But as you scroll in on these things, you'll see it starts showing. That's the Beaver Dam placer. That's one that's mentioned on there. It's underneath a lake right now. Okay, I'm trying to find the Coggins mine, and I'm having difficulty. But anyway, what I'm trying to show you is that you can go on here and do the different research for the different mines and minerals, and click on any mine in the area, and it'll give you information about it. What was produced there? This produced gold. You can click on this and go to the link, the full link on the USGS site, and it'll tell you all about what was produced there. It tells you the type of mine it was, and it tells you basically, what the host rock is, what the name of the formation is, and then it gives you reference books you can go down to. So all of these books, you could go to a library and look these books up, and you can find these books down here at the library, and you could pull them up and do research on them. Now, that's the cool thing about Gia GPS. It not only has the mine information, but let's go back here to layers, and I'll show you a few other features it has. If we wanted to find out the land ownership, you can click on private land ownership here, and we scroll in, and you will see that Morris Mountain mine right here is on Anthony Russell's property, and you could click on Anthony Russell here, and it's going to give you his address is in Troy, North Carolina, and you could go find Anthony Russell and get a permission to go, search that mine. On the other hand, uh, you'll see in this area that there are areas that are not owned by the public; they're owned by the U.S. Forest Service. So that's who owns it. That's how to get in touch with them. Um, but all this U.S. Forest Service land is open to the public. Okay. So with that being said, it's kind of busy with the layers on here for private land. So we're going to do away with that one. And I'm going to go click on this public land one. And the public land will display, and we could highlight that. And you'll see now when we scroll out, all of these areas in here that are green or dark green are public lands. And you'll see there are mines on uh, the public lands. And if you're wondering about that, over here on the right hand side of the screen, there's um, a legend. It's over here that will show you different things about the what you're looking at. Um, and you can actually go into each one of the private areas, and it tells you this is owned by the U.S. Forest Service. It's federal land, and all of our federal lands you have access to. So this gold mine here is on public land. You could go take your metal detector and go search around this public mine over here. 63C mine. It's crushed or broken stones. It doesn't tell you the date it was operated. But like I said, that goes back to where you were researching on to find the lead on my site. The Coggins mine, I know you could go there. That's on public land. Morris Mountain mine is a gold mine, and this Morris Mountain mine first year of production down here. Notice it's 1890. Okay, so they operated 20 years from 1890 to 1910. So that would be a good one to go uh, do some research about and find out what's there. Just get rid of this overlay here, and we'll look at we'll zoom in here to that property, and we'll see if you can actually see it. See, it looks like it's going to be some rough hiking to get in there. So that would definitely be a good one to go to. You take your XP 280 backpack and your metal detector and go for a day's hike and get in there. Looks like the nearest road would be this road right here. That might be one road to get in there. Let's see if there's other ones. There's actually a hiking trail right here, High Top Extension. You could hike into there, but it's going to be some hiking in the woods, and that's the thing that the research will pay off in. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff there. You can see the different layers, and you can see basically what you can do with the layers. There are, if you wanted to look at a historic 1930 topo of this area, you could click on that, bring that up, and we could take these other layers and lower them down. And there's the 1930 topo of the area. And you could actually, there's Coggins Mine Road right there. And this shows you even older topo over here of the area. So there are a lot of overlays and layers that you can do with this. I just, it's just one of those things. It involves a lot of research, and that's what I was trying. The point I'm trying to make is that research is kind of key. And I got a question on here. Josh asked, "Is that a paid account?" Yes, Josh, that is a paid account. I use via GPS so much that I do pay for this. Um, it returns itself in a lot more than what it cost me to buy this program. It just makes researching so much easier. Uh, I can download any waypoints that I put on this map. I can download them right to my Garmin GPS, and I use a Garmin GPS Map 66i is what I use, and it does. It's a paid account, and I use that a lot. Another site that you can go to. I'm just showing different sites. And this one, I don't really like it as much, and they want a lot of money for it, and I just don't see the value in paying for it. Is if you go to historicaerials.com, and they this site here advertises a lot if you don't pay for their deal, but it basically will show you in the viewer. You can look at historic aerials here, and they have a lot of aerials. For instance, this aerials of my there's a lot of bugs with this on this particular monitor I'm looking at it on. It looks better on my other, but they go back to 1966 in aerials, and you can look at an aerial from 1966 and see what it looked like. But they write copyrighted all over it and all kinds of stuff. But that's another site you can check out. Um, Another site that would be good to check out is Old Maps Online. This site here, you can search for maps along timelines. Is another good map. Um, so these are just some suggestions. You can go back. I'm going to save this recording so you can go back and review these. So I'm not going to share the URLs right now to all of them. So another one that I really like is MindDat right here. Um, excuse me, Historic Map Works. Now, this site has some problems because if I try to log in with my password now, it goes to a blank screen, or it did yesterday. So I don't know what's wrong with the site. But you can go on here and you can search for, old maps in your county. Um, if we look at that Montgomery, North Carolina area, for instance, that we were just talking about, we can look on that, and you can search for it. It shows you there's no results for North Carolina, but you get the idea. You can search. I know there's some for Burnett, so we'll look at my hometown. Yeah, so there's 1924 map of Burnett, so you could pull that up on the browser, and you can zoom in on it and all kinds of cool stuff. But you guys get the idea. This is a zoom. You can zoom in and look at the different lots in 1924. So, with that being said, those are some of the sites I use. It's it's not very expensive to get a premium account, Josh. No, it's not. Um, Historic aerials and Sanborn fire insurance maps. Yes, those are also good. I like both of those as well. Um, maps to me uh, are great. And yes, NC Relic Hunter, the UNC Library Online in my area for looking maps. Like I said, I did a lot of research and I spent a lot of time in Chapel Hill. looking at through the library. They have a great library there. So does NC State and Raleigh. I went to both of those libraries, and when I was doing research on the area. So, um, with that being said, there's there's a lot of stuff out there that's just on the internet now, and a lot of people, that my old site, uh, I've got, I don't know, close to 20,000 gold locations on my tomashworth.com, old mining information and stuff like that. And a lot of them I've been to. Um, I've mined gold in almost every state that's has gold in it, anywhere from Alaska all the way to Maine, through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. I've even mined gold here in Texas. Me and David Montgomery, my good buddy, he's actually on here right now from 79 Custom Jigs. Hi, David. Thanks for joining us. Um, anyway, I mine gold everywhere. So, with that being said, it's pretty, pretty, uh, you know, pretty good resource if you're interested in gold mines. Now, if you're a relic hunter, there are a lot of relics around gold mines. I mean, I have found Civil War bullets at a lot of gold mines back east, especially around the Dahlonega, Georgia area. Uh, and in South Carolina. So I found a lot of Civil War bullets and stuff like that in that area, a lot of three ringers and so forth. So, somebody who's better at relic hunting than me would probably do a lot better than I did, because I wasn't looking for relics at the time. I was looking for gold. I was looking for uh, coins that the old miners might have dropped, and I found coins. The best coin I found in 1982 with an old beat frequency oscillator BFO detector, Garrett BFO detector. Uh, I found a $20 gold piece in Victor, Colorado, at the Victor mine. So there are a lot of areas that that you could actually turn into metal detecting sites that aren't really metal detecting sites. For instance, gold mines. Other areas that weren't really uh, you know for that, it would be things that, like the Indian sites. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of the Indians would uh, save up caches um, of gold and stuff like that to trade the white people at their time for whiskey and stuff. So, even though they didn't value gold as much as most people, they still would save it up and spend it. They knew the area a lot better than the old miners did. And yeah, that was an incredible find. I wish I still had it. I ended up selling the thing, and I wish I still had it. It was actually a $20 Victor commemorative gold piece, and it was it was minted in 1898 by the Victor mine, and they minted it for their first year of operation, and the mine actually minted the coin. So that was a pretty nice deal. Hi, Southern Relic Adventures. Good to see you on here. That's okay, man. I missed several of yours due to conflicts, especially around the holidays. And anyway, you should go back and watch this Southern Relic Adventures. We're talking about research, and I went over maps, and I went over a lot of the things I used to research, and I even went over a lot of stuff there in North Carolina in your area. So I think you'd get a kick out of some of the things I was talking about in North Carolina. Um, anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight was, how to do research. And if anybody's got any input, please put them in the comments below, and we're going to save this video out so that people can go back and look at it again. And uh, anyway, it's going to be it's I'm hoping to make a whole video on all I do to research. If you look back here, I've got a bookshelf completely full of old magazines and books dating back years. And then I've got a bookshelf right here in front of me behind the computer that has a lot of books in it. And then I have a lot more different boxes of books. So I save books. I'm a hoarder of books. And, uh, you know, and yes, Southern Rock Adventures, I talked about Go Terrain and logging using a logbook. Um, Basically, I was saying that I wish I had logged all the places I've been in my lifetime, that, I kept track of them, because I've forgotten more about where I went than than I do know today. As you get older, your mind tends to drift a little bit, and uh, you know, you're not as sharp as you used to be, and so therefore you kind of stumble upon stuff and say, "Was I ever here before?" And sure enough, you probably were. But it would help you note where you found stuff, and it would help you keep track of it. And we did talk about Go Terrain, and we talked about Civil War relic and Revolutionary War relics hunting as well in this live stream some too, and see a relic hunter give some good comments there, and we uh, actually actually I want to, you guys make me want to get out and do more relic hunting, even though I'm not real versed in relic hunting like you guys are. I'm actually a gold miner turned gold jewelry hunter for water here in Texas. And anyway, so we had a pretty good show tonight. I want to thank everybody that's on here. Josh and uh, David and John, and we had Bill on here, and had quite a few people on here tonight. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And like I said, if you have any questions, ask in the comments. I always answer every single comment that somebody puts down there. I've done that since day one of starting my YouTube channel. I always answer comments. So thanks for stopping in. And you guys, God bless you, and you guys have a happy Thanksgiving holiday.